In this video tutorial, we're going to demonstrate how to use the NetOffer WooThemes shortcode to insert columns and images and content into columns on your website. So we're going to give this page a title. And down here we're going to, I want to make this a little bit larger so you can see it more easily. I'm going to click on this top row where it says Insert WooThemes Shortcode. I'm going to click to open the drop down, and there's a lot of different things you can do with the shortcodes, but I'm going to go to Column Layout and click. Now we get to choose how many columns that we want. I'm going to do a simple 3-column layout, but you could do more columns. I'm going to do 3 columns. Now obviously, if you have 3 columns, each column could be either 1/3 or 2/3 in terms of size. So I'm going to make a 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. I click 3 times, and then go ahead and insert that code. Now the code is going to have square brackets around the code elements, but you'll notice that in between you have words like column 1/3. So here's the code element, there's the in between, and then there's the next column element. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these by just putting my cursor in between and hitting enter to drop them onto their own individual rows so that you can more easily see what is happening. Okay, so here's where the first column is created, the first column is ended, the second column is created, the second column is ended, the third and last column is created, the third and last column is ended. So just with that, I'm going to go ahead and click the Publish button, and then we're going to go look at the page, and we're going to see what has happened with the page. Now you'll notice, and I'm waiting for the page to finish loading, but what will happen when the page load comes back is the code is not going to actually show you the column layout in the edit window. So as you can see, the code doesn't show you the column layout in the edit window. But when you go view the page, you're going to see that the page has been broken into 3 columns. Now in this particular page layout, you have a sidebar on the right and the content area here on the left. If we go in and we change the page layout from this layout to the full width layout, and we update the page, and then we go look at the page, you're going to see that what happens is the columns go across the entire width of the page. So they're dynamic in terms of fitting the size of the page on which you are working. Now, if you want the columns to be centered, or a column heading or text to be centered, just highlight it and click the center button. And now we'll save with just that. Change. And we're going to go look at the page. And you'll see these 2 are left justified, but this one is center justified. And now if you want to put a graphic in the column, just simply highlight that, go upload insert, and find a graphic that you want to insert from your website or from your media library. Let's go to the media library, and I'm going to pick this graphic of Alexander Hamilton. I'm going to click to show, and you're going to see that it's a pretty small picture, so I'm going to go ahead and just insert it into the post. So it's actually a very tiny picture. Now we're going to go ahead and click update, and we're going to go look at the picture, and you'll see it's a tiny picture. But if it was a larger picture, like some sort of a graphic button or something, we could just grab this to make it larger. Now the quality is going to be poor because it's a small image to begin with, but we're going to go ahead and use that as a demo. And so now we're going to view the page, and you see you've got a nice graphic in the middle of that column, and so you can organize your information in columns quite easily using the WooThemes shortcode. There are other shortcodes with WooThemes that you can use. I'm going to make space down here to insert a different shortcode. I'm going to click on the WooThemes option again and go down to look at dividers. You have horizontal rules, divider, flat. So I'm going to click on horizontal rule, and then next I'm going to do the exact same thing. Click on divider, and then next I'm going to click on flat dividers, flat divider, and then I'm going to just go beneath it, type something so that you can see. We're actually going to type something in between each of these so that you can see how they look. I'm going to click update. Now we're going to go view the page, and of course there's our 3 columns, but here we go. Here's a horizontal rule, there's hello, there's a divider. Notice how much space there is, but you can't see anything. And then here's a divider between the two, which is flat, which means it just creates a flat space. The reason I'm showing you this is because if you don't have dividers between your column and your continuing code, you can have some strange layout and formatting issues occur. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this divider out, and take this divider out, and take this divider out. So we're going to treat it like we had some paragraphs of content here, and I'm going to go ahead and click update. And now we're going to go view the page, and notice that this content, which really should be below, shows up in the column. So if you want to separate information from the columns and the next section, you actually need to insert some sort of divider after the column. So the column last element, if you'll go ahead and take dividers and put in a flat divider, click update, and now we go back to the website, and the hellos are no longer appear to be in this column, they're down underneath. So that's a quick basic tutorial on how to use WooThemes shortcodes for columns, and how dividers help keep the columns organized the way that you want them to be.